Hey guys, welcome to this unboxing and first impressions video. This is not an in-depth review. I just want to find out how good this Player Plus Meteora is right off the box. I bought it with my own money. It's not sponsored at all, neither by Thomann nor by Fender. So yeah, you get my honest reactions as a customer and Fender fan. I have to admit that. But yeah, when these guitars came out, or the videos were released a couple of days before I'm filming this here. I was instantly intrigued by the guitar. It looked amazing. The Meteora shape is rather new for Fender. It came out in 2018 first, and this one's the first, let's say, affordable one. So this is the unscrew tremolo arm sticker. Okay, so it's a screw-in arm. And yeah, the 2018 model, I think that was of the Parallel Universe series and was pretty expensive over here in Europe, 1800 euros or so. This one is, is there anything else in there? No. This one is 999 euros as of filming this. Comes with a gig bag. That's they call it Fender Deluxe gig bag. Yeah. Henning from HP42 said in his video, it's not up to his standard what a deluxe bag should give you, but Fender calls it deluxe. I would say it's a good but rather standard gig bag, but it's not, yeah, case-like. It's just, there's some padding, that's good, but that's pretty much all. Ooh, the headstock looks nice. A bit bigger, not full 70s, but the silver looks awesome. Okay, let's get this thing out. Ooh. Well, that is a cool finish. Silverburst. It's awesome. You come back. Player Plus Meteora HH features fireball humbucking pickups, rolled fingerboard edges. Oh yeah, they're nice and rolled. And an S1 switch. Here at the volume pot for volume adjustments. Sorry, for split coil sounds, obviously. Standard hang tag. So, it is a 2022 model, obviously, yeah, made in Mexico. Got nice looking tuners. The neck feels great, very similar to the American Professional satin. It's the modern C shape. It's not chunky, no, but it's not very skinny or thin either. Look at this one. Oh, sorry about the reflection. Yeah, the Meteora shape. Maybe it's love or hate. I think it looks great. It's like the next step from the Jazzmaster. Kind of. The tiny bits for all those with OCD, I'll put them away later. I have more time. There's just some tiny bits stuck under the pots. Always the same with this. I guess this one has not been checked by Thomann. There, at least it didn't say so. So once we're here, if it's in tune. Nope. Tuners feel good. I like those locking tuners with a screw in the back. It's a bit smaller than I expected, but it's really comfy. Yeah, I mean, it's got a huge comfort cut here, and the belly cut as well. Oh man, finish. Plus. Just looks great. Fender Player Plus. No, yeah, no, that's better with the reflection. It's just some close-up pictures. It's awesome. 2-point trim. Liked it a lot. Yeah, there's still some plastic. Alright, better stretch those strings with the string stretcher. Well, be right back. Second try with the high E. This one doesn't break. That's a first for me. I never managed to actually break a string with the string stretcher. Must have been something wrong with the string already, because that's definitely new. The others I haven't tuned up yet. Alright, it's in tune now. Hope it stays like this, but with brand new strings. You know how it is. Well, let's inspect this any closer, if there are any finish flaws. Like, tuners look good. Keys, everything. Neck is really nice, really nice. It's great. Here at the back, I can't spot any finish issues. No, that's just a little bit of dirt. Or fingertips, whatever. Oh, looks really nice. Strap buttons as well. Front 2-point tremolo, which is great. I prefer that over the vintage one with 6 screws. Then we have here the, it's not loose, that's good. Yeah, pots or the knobs are not loose either. The 3-way switch works fine. Yeah, Henning mentioned that as well in his review. It's a little bit jumpy to the middle of the spring. Not too bad, not too bad, in my opinion. String tree also looks great. Let's get this rather modern one. So overall, pretty cool looking, and yeah, it's much more comfortable than I was expecting. It's really, with this body shape, you're just not sure, but yeah, it's really nice. So at the neck, how is the neck? Fingerboard is rolled, that's true, but there, with the softbox, with the light, I'm not sure if it's just exaggerating the potential issues here. I think that's just coloring the wood. It's nice that it's rounded, I like the feel of that. It's really nice. Fret ends, I think they're good. They're not the best. It's not really sticking out. They're rounded. Yeah, they're pretty good. How about the frets themselves? Tiny bit scratchy. They're not, yeah, they could be polished better. They could be polished better, but not bad. They're not bad, they're not bad, they're just not flawless. And there's a little, they could just use a little bit of polishing. And with this guitar having locking tuners, that's not really an issue. I can just take the strings off, polish up those frets, and then it's perfect. Weight is pretty good. It's, oh, let me sit here. It's got a nice weight. It's not heavy. Neck dive. Not really. Well, sits like this. String action and intonation. That's two things I also wanted to check. Intonation first. Let's see if it's still in tune. I would say the intonation is pretty good. It's not perfect, some minor adjustments would help to further improve it, but it's good, right out of the box. So now, let me get this Music Nomad string action gauge just to measure, where's the millimeters? It's the high E at the 12th fret, nothing down, it's right around 2 millimeters, which is a tad too high for my taste, but that is no issue. Yeah, it's a, their low is a bit even above 2 millimeters, but it's 225 even. Yeah, probably 2.25. Below 5/64 and a bit above 4, and this one's a tiny bit above 5/64 of an inch. So yeah, but the trim is slightly, that looks set up pretty nicely. It's a tiny little bit floating. You can see this way, yeah. Now you can see it's a tiny bit floating. Really like the look of this guitar overall with the humbucker. The Silverburst is just amazing. The cool thing about this guitar also is it has, for Fender, it's not typical, a 12-inch radius fretboard. Standard Fender guitars, or most of the standard Fender guitars, come with a 9.5-inch radius. Alright, I'm plugged into my Deluxe Reverb now. It's on the vibrato channel with the reverb on. So just give you some of the sound samples and see if everything just works. Pretty nice. Very comfortable guitar, very comfortable sitting here and having this on the lap. The output jack is a bit weird. Maybe an angled cable would help here. That's something to get used to, but when you have a strap here, it's like wrap it around and it's not really an issue. I've switched now to the normal channel, and the 87 by LPD Pedals is on the red channel. Lukas here from the future. I got this guitar on Saturday. Today is the Tuesday after, and I have to tell you a story about some major QC issues with this guitar. After shooting the video, the unboxing and first impressions video, the one you're watching right now, I was playing a little bit more. I was doing the setup as I was telling in the video. I will adjust the action and the truss rod and everything. Then I was playing a bit, and then I noticed that always when I was touching the bridge humbucker or any screw here, or the tremolo or the saddles here, there was a really loud hum or buzz, and I was really confused about that. I took a short video, sent it to Martin. He took a look at it and said there might be a grounding issue or something. Then I took off the strings, opened the pickguard or removed the pickguard and took a look. And what I saw there really shocked me. There was a completely loose wire that was not soldered at all. And when I took this guitar to Martin on this Saturday in the afternoon, he was looking at it and he found that actually another wire, the ground wire from the humbucker, was not soldered at all. And the other loose wire I found, that's the one for the tremolo. So basically there were two essential parts of the guitar were not soldered at all. There was no ground here. And that's a major QC issue from Fender Mexico in my opinion. And I'm really mad about that, to be honest. That's a real disappointment. This guitar is new, 1,000 euros or 999, whatever. And having issues like this, that's just not acceptable in my book. Fortunately, Martin is such a handy and knowledgeable guy and he managed to fix it. I asked him, is it a lot of work? He said, it's okay, but it shouldn't be on a new guitar, you should send it back. I was hesitant to send it back, although I was pissed, to be frank, because the neck felt great, the guitar looks good, and I didn't want to hassle with shipping it back and waiting for a new one. So yeah, I decided to, I asked Martin nicely if he could solder it, which he did, and now it's working. And the guitar, after doing this, which again, it's not acceptable to fix a new guitar, and I could send it back. Thomann, no problem, you can send things back 30 days after purchasing. But yeah, as I mentioned, I didn't want to. I could send it back, I should have sent it back, but I decided to fix it. Because other than that, there were not really big issues on the guitar. I mean, when I was polishing the frets, I noticed that there was some excess lacquer, kind of. First I thought it's glue, but then I realized that Fender, they lacquer, or they put the polyfinish on the neck, and it's a slightly tinted one, when the frets are in. And that's why the frets look a little bit yellowish, golden when you look from an angle. And when I was polishing them, I probably took that off, and yeah, so there was some residue. So that's not really an issue. But yeah, the ground issues, or the ground wires that were not soldered, that's a huge issue. I was curious. I asked Thomann if they do a QC check, and I got a reply yesterday, and the person answering me was really nice, and she said no, they only do QC checks at Thomann if you specifically asked for it. So this guitar, they received it from Fender, from the European distributor, and they just sent it out. They didn't take a look at it. And that's what I suspected as well, because yeah, it's not my first Fender guitar. It's actually my third made in Mexico Fender guitar. This means, since Thomann doesn't always take a look at these guitars, that Fender Mexico screwed up big time. If anyone was playing this guitar for more than 2 seconds, I mean, when I was making the sound samples, when I was playing it, when I was first plugging it in, I was just doing like open chords, going through the positions, and then it works. But as soon as you start playing normally and you're touching things here, yeah, there's this unbearable hum. I took a short clip, maybe I can insert it here somewhere, so you can hear for yourself. It's really annoying, and it's not acceptable at all. The screw up definitely took place at Fender Mexico. And if you've been following the channel, I'm a big Fender fan. I have a couple of Fender amps, I think 3 amps now, yeah, at least. And smaller things as well. I have 2 American Fenders. This is my 3rd Mexican Fender. I have Squier guitars, so I'm a big Fender fan. But this is a huge QC issue, and it's really annoying for a brand new guitar, and especially it's a new guitar today. You're excited, you're happy, you want to play this guitar, and then there's crap like this. Sorry for the rant, but I'm still a bit pissed. It's not the guitar's fault, obviously, but someone, or a couple of people actually at Fender really screwed up, in my opinion. And yeah. What I got after contacting Thomann and getting their reply that they don't do QC checks, they offered me a discount of €100 for my problems actually. And this is pretty nice, so I accepted it. So this guitar in the end cost me €899, and I will take Martin out for lunch as a thank you for his work he put into it, fixing the screw up Fender did. But yeah, as a new conclusion to this video, it's a rather as an unboxing video and a first impressions video, doing the conclusion of several days afterwards. I just want to go through it again. I polished the frets, I adjusted the truss rod to set the action to my liking, and now it plays really nicely. I like it a lot. The humbuckers are great. They have a big range, in my opinion, in all the positions, and also the split coin sounds. I think they're pretty good, really nice sounding. And the cool thing is, in the middle, it's hum cancelling. The tremolo works nicely. I used a tiny bit of cotton, so it's not, yeah, wiggly, not too wiggly. And yeah, it's 2-point trem, it's great. And the fit and finish and all the other things, it's really good. The fret ends, the fretboard edge, it's all really nice. That's what was holding me back to return it to Thomann, even though I should have. But yeah, I instantly felt or had a connection to this guitar, and it's really nice. It's really nice. And if you get a new one, you don't know if you like the neck or if there are any other issues. And yeah, it's just a hassle sending it back and forth, and not good for the environment either. So what's there to say? After fixing these major issues, it's a damn fine guitar. I really like it a lot. It's very comfortable. The neck, as I said, feels great. The action now is pretty low and it's nice to play. The pickups sound great, but they needed to be adjusted as well. I almost forgot to mention that. They were in pretty low, and when I was at Martin's place, we plugged into the Spark, and he was playing the Gibson, his 335. And then I was plugging this one in, and the volume was significantly lower. So yeah, I knew I had to change the pickup height, put them a little bit closer to the strings. And yeah, that's just another minor setup thing. Overall, there were 3 issues with the guitar in my book. Obviously the wiring, which is a huge screw up. Then the fact that they put the lacquer on the frets, which is standard for Fender, but it's, yeah, when you polish them and there's this red residue, which I thought was glue, that's, yeah, not nice. And the pickup height. The other things about the guitar were great, and yeah, I mean, basic setup, that's just standard. That's not a negative, that's not a disadvantage to this guitar. It's just set it up to your liking, adjusting the truss rod. I mean, it was shipped from Mexico to, I think, the Netherlands, then to Germany, and then to Austria. So yeah, maybe it also shifted slightly. So to wrap it all up, I like this guitar a lot. I'm gonna keep this guitar. I'm grateful that Thomann offered me a discount for all the problems, because otherwise I would still have time to send it back, but I won't do it. I will keep it because it plays great. It looks great. As I said, the fit and finish. Otherwise, that's no issues at all. And the pots and everything, that just works as it should. But man, those QC issues. Please let me know. I guess you would send it back if you would get a new guitar with these issues. I would have sent it back if Martin wasn't able to fix it this quickly, obviously. But with the discount now, I think it's okay. So what would you do? Getting a new guitar with these issues, probably send it back. Would you fix it yourself? What are your experiences with Fender QC? Please let me know. I would really like to know if you had similar things maybe in the recent past, in the last 1-2 years. And yeah, let me know what you think of this guitar, because it's a damn fine instrument now when it's working properly. So yeah, sorry about the rant. Thanks for staying with me. And yeah, please like the video, leave a comment. I would really like to exchange experiences. And see you in another video. Bye!